Hello. My name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I'm making these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am. Today was a long day. Great day overall, though. First item of business, 0 dials. 0 prospecting dials. Technically 7 dials on the day, but we're calling it 0 dials. And 2 book demos. How, you may ask? LinkedIn. Did a lot of LinkedIn prospecting, and I tried a new approach. So I sent out 89 messages today. I got 7 replies. Not all 89 are 7 replies are from the 89 though, but there's like more coming from that. But one thing I started a new message sequence. Like there's like 4 messages, like an introduction, just kind of follow up, then another follow up, and then it's a GIF of either Mr. Bean or Step Brothers just saying so to get a response. What I've tried recently that seems to be working more effectively, or just it's the time of year, whatever, is starting the connection off with going like, thanks for the connection. I'll be upfront. This is a prospecting message. Curious if you're adding new clients. Here are the stats, that 350K average and all that stuff. Have I piqued your interest? And I've gotten 2 people over the weekend to reply going, I love the opener, which is consistent because it's the same thing with the cold call opener. I think the reason people like it is because like I'm making my intentions clear right from the beginning. It's going, the reason I'm reaching out is not to be your friend. It's not just like, oh, like some fake other thing. It is like, I'm trying to figure out if you have the problem that we solve for. Like, is there an opportunity? Is what we do valuable to do it? Anything. That has turned into 2 book demos. So that was nice. And also being active on the response time. So that was the morning. I booked 1 in the morning. I actually booked 1 like within the first 15 minutes of doing it. So that just like added a great start to the day. Then was going to do LinkedIn, more phone prospecting after lunch. But then, okay, what are the things that happened? Between 8 and 9, I spent a half hour editing a video. And then I did another half hour spending another video on my lunch break kind of thing. Then between 1 and 2, I was going to do phone prospecting, but then I had a demo at 2 o'clock, and this was with a guy that was difficult to book that I was happy about actually booking. So I wanted to kind of mentally prepare, like get ready for it, work through things that he was actually going to say. Frustrating because then when I called him at 2, he didn't actually pick up. I sent him a text, got a reply from him like a half hour later being like, hey, he would have taken the call, but he didn't receive any of the referrals I was supposed to send him, like in the form of those live interviews, which I did. I sent it to that email, confirmed the email. He said he just might not have seen it. So that just died off. I'll follow up to see if we can actually rebook that time because I want to see if we can have that conversation. But that's that. Then so after that stopped working, I was about to start phone prospecting when I was doing the admin for the guy who no-showed. Then I got a message on LinkedIn of reply and then was able to book another demo then. So then it was just like, okay, cool. I haven't made a single dial today and I've booked 2 demos. And like, I also would have continued, but then part of me wanted to just kind of like have that 0 dial 2 book demo day. But the other thing I knew is I had the evening, I had an appointment at 6 and 7, and then one booked last minute at 5 o'clock, like during like 4:30 kind of thing. So then it's like, okay, my evening's gone. I'm going to be working. What can I do with this other time? I could prospect, but I don't need to. I've booked 2 demos for the day. I'm already like, I've booked the most out of the team on that day. So that was, actually, I think I tied with the other junior account executive who also got 2 through LinkedIn. So that was cool. But then, so I spent a decent chunk of the day, I think like 2 hours, so 3 hours total editing videos, to produce 5 on the day. So that's good. And then, so back to the stats that I was saying, I've fucking lost track because I'm tired. 7 dials technically, but we're calling it 0. 2 demos booked, 3 demos held, no deals closed. And about an hour and a half of talk time. Oh, hour 10, whatever. So that's that. I'm exhausted. So I'll talk about the last call that I had wasn't very good. Like the guy wanted to know pricing off the bat. It wasn't a good line. Didn't remember about the appointment, whatever. And the call before that, those weren't very good ones. But the call at 5 o'clock was a good call that put me full of a lot of energy. And then at the end of the day, there was a hectic thing because there was another person replying to me on LinkedIn who wanted me to kind of like there was a back and forth, but then he wanted me to call him. And it was like, I want to call you, but I can't because I'm talking to this other guy. He said, like, well, call me after that's done. And I was like, okay. But then by the time it was done, it was like almost 6 o'clock, ready for the next appointment. Oh, and then that was the other thing is when I was getting ready for the 6 o'clock appointment, on the thing it said that it was a video call demo. And I was looking like this, which wasn't ready. So then I was a little stressed. He didn't pick up the first time. I'm all over the place. What am I actually trying to say? It was a good day. It was nice to have a day where, that's the takeaway, was the prospecting on LinkedIn is not, officially, is no longer just a different form of procrastinating, picking up the phone and calling. It is an effective use of my time. So yes, I didn't make any calls today, but I did make 87 reach outs over LinkedIn, 7 of which turned into replies, 2 of which were turned into bookings, and I know there's 2 other conversations that were, they both had a compliance kind of objection. But then one guy wanted me to reach back out in the summertime. I asked, like, well, what's going to change between now and then? And he says he's just transitioning. He's got a new book kind of thing. There was something legitimate. It wasn't just a brush off. Mute. But so like it has generated opportunity, like prospecting. You don't always need a one call close. Prospecting, you're looking for someone who is going to do business within the next 3 to 36 months. Maybe not 36, but like if it's worth having a conversation today, great. If it's also worth having a conversation in 3 months, but you actually are legitimately interested and have a legitimate reason why you don't want to have the conversation right now, also worth the time. So it just is. It feels like I didn't do anything today, but I just didn't make dials. I still did reach outs. But so takeaway is like I will have like doing the LinkedIn and the dials is still a good thing to be doing. I'm tired, but I'm happy. I think I just was laughing at the fact that there was the 2 book demos with 0 dials. Like at the point that I had booked the second appointment, I had 2 dials because it was the 2 o'clock appointment. Called them twice, but I was at 0 dials on the day. 0 dials, 2 book demos. Yes. I'll talk to you later. I'm just gonna probably go get pizza. It's 7:30 now, and just I don't know, watch a horror movie and fall asleep. Talk to you later.